Alright, you lot, you join me on a bloody wet day. I'm going to use my time wisely to go and find out what the matter is with the Talbot. What's the, I need to, because I've got the MOT tomorrow, I need to just get it so that it's hopefully not going to overheat on the MOT thingamajig. So let's go and have a look, see what the matter is with it, shall we? I've got the water. I'm not going to put any antifreeze in it because, well, I haven't got any, but I just need it to be good enough, so we're going to put loads of water in it. Bleed it right out, get the heaters bloody hot. Make sure they're bloody well working. And also we'll see if there is a leak. I don't think there is. I think it's a bit of an airlock. But anyway, overalls, and then off we go. So the idea is to try and explain it to you because, as I said, I'm going to explain things a lot more in depth than I would normally. So the idea is we want to bleed out, we want to bleed completely the whole cooling system, the engine, the heater core, the radiator, the whole lot. So we're going to put the heaters max heat, and we're going to have the blowers on maximum blowing. That way we can keep coming and checking them, making sure that they're getting really hot. And we're going to have the engine obviously running, and I'm going to have the choke pulled out ever so slightly so it raises up the tick over, so the water pump can pump the water out really quick. You might not be able to hear what I'm saying. I might even not have any audio, and I might just speed it up so you can watch, because you might not be able to hear what I'm saying. But so that's what I'm going to do. Obviously the engine needs to be warm, but we can be bleeding it while it's cold. We can still be bleeding it while it's cold, but we need it to get hot so the thermostat opens, which is on this one it says 86-degree thermostat. So we need it to get hot enough for that to open so that it will circulate around the rest of the engine. I do think the thermostat is stuck. I don't think the thermostat is I think it's permanently open. I think it's stuck or it's broken. But I just want to bleed it. I want it to be the best I can get it for the MOT, and then after that, you know, maybe bleeding it is sometimes bleeding it, getting all the air out is what bleeding means, getting all the air out, because you don't want any air in the system. It's got to be pure antifreeze, or water in this case. I'm going to have to empty it all out and put antifreeze in it in the summer anyway. You shouldn't leave water in it, because it can rust, corrode, and in the winter it will freeze and cause trouble. But for now, water is fine, short term. I just want it to be operational for this purpose. So that's what I'm going to do, in case you can't hear me, and then you know what the plan is. So what you know what you're watching, and then let's go and do it. Yes! The bleed nipple is over here. There's the bleed nipple there. So I've got to try and jam a funnel so I can recirculate the water. Get to a point where that will go down, and then we can add a little bit more and bleed a little bit more out, and I'm just going to keep recircling it until hopefully it's all bled out. And when the heaters are hot, we know that it's bled, more or less.
Getting up the temp now. We'll soon know if the thermostat is stuck, because what will happen is when it gets to the point when it's going to open, which won't be long now, the temperature will go down again, and as well as that, the water in the header tank will go down, and then we know the thermostat is actually open. But I think it's permanently open, so I think it's already open. But we'll soon find out when that gets there. It can't be far away from it now. Nearly it's an 86 degree thermostat, so that should be opening soon. Heaters are warm, not as hot as they should be yet. They're warm, they're getting there. Right, so I've come to the conclusion that thermostat is definitely stuck open, which isn't a problem at the moment. But sometimes what you can do, if you've got a little bit of you think there's a bit of an airlock, if you turn it off and let it sit for a minute and you start it back up again, it can jolt some of the air out. I think that's what we've got, a bit of an airlock as well. So we'll see. We start it up again. Something else is weird. The fan never used to work, but the fan started working now. Yeah, that fan down there never used to work, but it's randomly started working now, so that can't be bad. Bottom hose. There you go, look, fan's on. That never used to work by itself. Now it is. Bottom hose is warm. Well, it's actually hot, I suppose. Top hose, that's hot. Yeah, the thermostat's definitely stuck open. There's no doubt about it. Water's gone down a little bit, but the heaters aren't all that hot, which they should be. Well, I suppose they are kind of warm. Let's turn on that one. Not that one. That one. Yeah. I mean, I would expect them to be hot. I mean, obviously you can't feel how hot they are, but I would expect them to be hotter than that for the temperature at which it's at. I do think there's something not right with it, but there we go. That is what it is. We're going to leave it there, and you'll join me tomorrow. Now, before that, let me just get out my overalls, and we'll have a little look in the what's it called? Bloody service manual, to see how many litres that radiator is meant to take. We'll have a quick look at it, just for some of you might be wondering. I don't know how many it's meant to take. Some of you might be wondering. Generally, I wouldn't care. I just do what I do anyway. But let's see if we can have a look at it. Just get out these bloody overalls first, and then we'll go and have a look, shall we? I think that's a good idea. Right. So I've had a little look. I'm going to show you. Look, I found some information there. Some of you may be interested in this. Some of you may not be. I don't really care who is and who isn't. But let's have a look. Right, so what we've got is cooling system, technical data. Type of system is sealed with expansion tank, which we know anyway, but for those of you that don't know, this is what it is. System capacity, see section 3. We'll have a look at that in a second. You can probably already read it from here. Water pump is impeller, not repairable. I reckon my water pump is on its way out because something was squealing, so we'll have to have a look at that. The pulleys on them, the pump pulleys, are a bastard to get off, and they often smash into a million pieces when you get them, when you try and get them off, and you can't buy them new. So I'm reluctant to have to change the pump, to be honest. But if I've got to, I've got to. But getting that bloody pulley off is going to be a pain. There's a knack to it. I haven't got the knack, I can tell you that now. And if I break that one, I haven't got any more spares. But anyway, it's got a V-belt. Thermostat is below the water pump, as we know. The operating temperature marked in thermostat, fully open, 95 degrees. The thermostat that I've got installed on my one is an 86. I'm sure it's 86. I think it's 86. It's 80 something. Because it's a colder temp, so it opens earlier, so your engine runs slightly colder. So not 95, 86 I think my one is. Water temperature switch is in the cylinder head. Yep. Opening temperature 105 degrees plus or minus 3 degrees. Cooling fan temperature switch 92 degrees plus or minus 2. Closing temperature 87. So the fan should come on at 92 degrees plus or minus 2. It should turn off at 87 plus or minus 2 degrees.
Which, as I said, weirdly enough, the fan, even though I put a brand new fan switch in it, when I first bought it, because I realised the fan didn't work, someone else had wired it onto a manual switch, which now and again it would work, but it wouldn't work reliably. So I put a brand new fan switch in it, and it still didn't work, so I've just accepted it. But ever since we've had this problem, what we've got now, with the random overheat, no leak visible, and whatever's happening with it, the fan now appears to be working reliably, which is weird. But anyway, that to me indicates that there was an airlock. It's really difficult to explain. Anyway, we'll work it out. I'll try and get it to you in another video.
But the bit that we're all after, filling capacity, if that's focused, I don't think it is. Don't know whether this camera will focus on that. Filling capacity is 9 litres. Or 3 gallons. 9 litres.
I can tell you now, I didn't put 9 litres in it. I got 5 litres of antifreeze. Obviously 9 litres is completely drained, isn't it? That's completely drained. The block drained, the matrix, the heater core drained, the radiator drained, everything drained. The full capacity is 9 litres. Obviously I wouldn't expect to put 9 litres in because, well, obviously I didn't drain the whole lot. But I took the radiator out and put a brand new radiator in, didn't I? So there still would have been some water in the heater core. There would have been a bit of water in the block. Alright, a little bit. But I drained most of it because I took the rad out and it all come out the rad hoses. Most of it. Not all of it, but most of it. So I would expect probably, I don't know what you lot think, I'd say there's probably a litre maybe left in the block. Maybe a bit more than a litre. Don't know. But I put about 4 litres in and it's full up. Now, to me, I don't know and I don't really care, to be honest. I'm just going through the rigmarole of doing this for you lot. But I reckon there's a big airlock. That's what our problem was. A big airlock somewhere that's released. Now, coincidentally, the thermostat's got stuck open. I'm 100% sure that's what's happened. I've got a new one on order, by the way. I've ordered it from Coastal Motorhomes because I want to support Coastal Motorhomes. I could just go down the local shop and buy a thermostat, but I want to support Coastal Motorhomes because they're the only place that I know of in England where you can buy Talbot parts, brand new, for Talbot Expresses. I haven't managed to find anywhere else that will sell brand new. You can buy wings, bonnets, you can buy all the serviceable parts, engine mounts, the lot from Coastal Motorhomes. They need to get custom. If they don't have custom, they close down, we run out, we're stuffed. So I want to support places like that. So I've ordered the thermostat from Coastal Motorhomes. So when that gets it, we'll take it apart, we'll determine whether that thermostat is stuck open or broken. And probably, if it's fine, I'll keep the new one as a spare. Maybe put the new one in and keep the old one as a spare. Anyway, we'll work it out. So, but anyway, definitely didn't put anywhere near 9 litres in. Didn't even put 6, 7. Didn't even put 5 litres in. I put 4 litres in because so something's a bit funny there somewhere. Definitely was an airlock. Anyway, that's that. I'll see you tomorrow, MOT day.
Morning, you lot. Just warming up the beast and we'll be on our way. It should be a good day, hopefully. Oh, I've got to take that off. Must remember to take that bloody thing off. Don't let them see that. You're not meant to have them on. It fouls MOTs if you have them things flapping over you with rear view mirrors. I'll get that off. Anyway, I'll see you in a minute, you lot. Got a little wild drive to the old MOT place, and when we get there, happy days. I think they open at 9, so should be right. Hello, you lot. Happy days. Pass. No advisories whatsoever. So that is great. I know you lot love the MOT kind of stuff, so thought I'd add that in. Next jobs, thermostat's on its way, and after that I'm going to do a starter motor and an alternator, just so that everything is hunky-dory. I think the water pump does need doing as well, but we're going to leave that for now because of that bloody crank, that bloody pulley. Anyway, thanks for watching, you lot. Take care. See you on the next one. Love life. Treat people how you'd like to be treated, and we should all have a nice happy life. Cheerio.